many cars do we have in the system? How many cars will be impacted by this DVLA new registration? Now, joining me in studio is my colleague and lead data and research analyst here, Isaac Kofi. Kofi, what do the data tell us?
Well, MFR, we have close about 4 million cars, registered vehicles in the system. But with this new arrangement, per what our data is telling us, only about 494,000 of them will be exempt from this exercise. Because if you look at the data, cars registered between 2023 and 2025, per what we know so far, looking at the data we have, is about 494,000. But if you're asking me about the number of cars in the system, our data tells us that that is more than 4 million cars currently in the system. What do we know about registration so far in terms of the trajectory? And DVLA, we know they are moving towards a new number plate because they said that people are, dragging their feet to register because they want to register with the recent years to get value for their vehicles. But this has been the registration so far of vehicles since 2023. And looking at the figure that will be affected by this new directive from DVLA, per our checks, as of 2022, at the end of 2022, DVLA itself told public that it had registered close to about 3.2 million vehicles in the system as of 2022. So we understand that if DVLA is going ahead with this new directive, our projections is that more than 3 million vehicles, registered vehicles, will be affected and will have to do the new registration that DVLA is bringing. But one big question has to do with congestion, because DVLA, according to our checks, has about 34 centers across the length and breadth of the country. And per what we are learning so far, if we are going by this 3.2 million vehicles, then every center would have to take some 94,000 vehicles in terms of the registration. But if it's digital, we understand that this could actually, ease the congestion. But there will be a lot of congestion in the Greater Accra region because per every 10 vehicles we register in this country, the probability is that about 5 of them or 4 of them are registered in Accra. But we're also learning that that big 3.2 million can also be a big revenue for DVLA because 25 cedis per vehicle, that will mean that DVLA, if they're able to go through this process, could generate more than 80 million Ghana cedis.
Thank you, Kofi. You always bring the data to life. Now,